Vance? Vance? Oh,
Hey!
there you are, Vance. How you
Uh,
doing?
just just coming out. Got out my hibernation from the spring and winter, and I just woke up and I'm here ready to learn.
Well,
Summertime.
I'm glad to see you.
So
Well,
much.
and welcome to everyone that is joining us right now to the Outside Looking In Summer Challenge. I'm Franco Nguyen,
I'm Vance Banzo.
and today we're going to be learning how to use comedy and comedy improv to build your communication and presentation skills, as well as an array of other skills like leadership, uh, learning how to play, coming out of your shell. Um,
You might learn
we're
basic kitchen skills as well.
basic kitchen skills. We're also unconsciously improving our computer skills as well.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I find eye contact is a lot easier over apps like Zoom or Skype and stuff like that. I get less anxious.
Yeah. People can't touch you.
hmm So building those skills as well.
Yeah. And today's workshop is going to be an hour long. So make sure, everyone at home, you stick around to the end. We're going to be giving you your own challenge. And also, we're going to be asking you questions to reflect and examine and see what you've learned from this workshop.
I can't wait.
Also, my name is Franco Nguyen. I'm from CBC's TallBoyz.
And I'm Vance Banzo from CBC TallBoyz, and we're here with a partnership with the Second City for Outside Looking In, and let's get some learning. Let's
Let's
get
do
some
it.
learning done. All right,
See you there.
see you there.
Ooh, welcome to the first exercise. Vance, there you are doing a
Hey, how's
moonwalk.
it going? Well, I'm just feeling a little bit tired, a little bit sluggish. I was doing some dancing to wake myself up, but I'm not there yet. So I was wondering
Well,
if you had anything to help my brain get going.
yeah, absolutely. It's important to warm up. We don't want to hurt ourselves, just like an athlete makes sure they do their kinetic stretching. So let's do some brain kinetic stretching.
Okay.
Well, we're going to use an exercise called word association. What's going to happen?
Oh, yeah, no, I know word association. It's where you say one word and then the other person says another word they think of right away, and just the first thing that's out of their head, no judgment, right?
Absolutely. And it'll just get us starting to talk right away.
Okay, that sounds easy. Do you want to start?
Yeah. Apple,
I'm gonna say tree,
leaves,
fall,
winter,
spring,
summer,
Seinfeld.
Jerry,
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Arsenio,
Talk.
E, daily,
Oh, Ben Mulrooney.
controversial,
Uh, um, News.
repetitive,
Thought provoking. Mm.
propaganda,
Hmm. Uncle Sam.
government,
Hmm. Oh, money, money, money.
Marxism,
Hmm. Oh, Stalin.
uh, fascism.
Hmm. A fashionista.
And there you have it.
All right, so that's easy. We just said words, and then my brain feels like it's like on a full sprint right now.
Yeah. And I'm thinking about so many ideas.
So okay, you're saying that like we can use this warm up time as inspiration for like other stuff later on.
Yeah,
That's cool. So I don't always have to be thinking of new things. I can pull from this warm up.
absolutely. And you don't even have to judge yourself. All these ideas and words are going to be supported by your partner.
That makes things a lot easier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, let's go to the next exercise.
All right.
Oh boy, I feel so warmed up after the word association warm up. You know, that's a great tool to get you out of your head before any big show or any big presentation. Sometimes I just like to choose words and say them to myself while I'm waiting in a green room.
Yeah, I like to do that on walks too. I'll see a tree and then I'll think of a word that pops in my head that reminds me of a tree, and then I can just usually play that game by myself.
Yeah, and you can just focus on your performance and not worry about what you're going to have to say because you can trust that the words are going to take you where they want you to go.
Yeah, words are like the bus or a Ford F-150.
Hmm. Well, we should go to the next exercise.
Okay.
Uh, this one's called I'm a.
Oh, I'm as where you say like I'm a necklace, and then you would do someone else would hop in and say I'm whatever's associated with the necklace, like a medallion.
Yeah,
Or,
exactly. And then I might come in and say like I'm a picture of a lion on that medallion.
oh, so we're just building off and just creating a clear picture for the audience.
Yeah, it's always about taking someone's offer and then building upon that. It, it's pretty much the illustration of that saying in improv. Yes, and
Okay. Well, I think I could do it. You want to try it out?
yeah, let's do it.
Cool. All right. I'm going to start off with one. Okay. I am a T-shirt.
I am the hanger that holds up the T-shirt.
Mm. I am the closet in which the T-shirt has friends.
I am the carpet that lies underneath all the T-shirts.
Hmm. I am the dust mites that crawl in the carpet.
I am a piece of carpet just crumpled up, the ones that bunch up into a little knot that is going to be eaten by a dust mite.
I'm a vacuum.
And I'm the plug of the vacuum that goes into the wall.
All right. Well, that was, and then so we just start over after that, right?
Yeah, and that felt like we built a great scene. That could be like the opening credits of a Pixar movie.
Oh, closet life. You know
Yeah.
what happens in there. You know, because I always have mine closed because I'm afraid of a lot of different things. The dark.
Yeah. And and so on and so forth. Let's
Well,
go to
like,
the next exercise. Oh,
well, I was thinking, is this something like is something I could do by myself, like the word association game, or like is this something I should do with friends and family?
well, I would encourage you to do this with friends and family. Just like all of the improv exercises are way more fun the more people join in. But this is something you can do on your own as well. You can sit around and just do some solo improv and do the exercise your own. You can say, hey, I'm a microwave. And then I'm the a fan that's attached to the microwave. And so on and so forth.
It's easy. All right, you ready to move on to the next exercise?
I am. Are you?
Yeah, I'm already there.
Oh, sweet. Oh, let me go there as well. Uh, uh.
Oh, hey.
Hey, Vance. Oh, that was a fun exercise, wasn't it?
That was pretty good. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But I'm ready. I'm ready to keep going here.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to try playing a last word response?
Huh?
Oh,
Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Vance, you weren't listening.
Well, sorry. There's just a lot going on. But I'll try to focus up here. What are we playing?
Well, the game is called Last Word Response, where it works on being present and fully listening to each other. You know, a lot of times in life, in a conversation, people are just waiting to respond as opposed to truly listening to what people have to say.
About 5:30.
Hey, Vance, you weren't listening.
Listening. Right. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay, well, in this game, if you can follow along, explosion. Just checking.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh,
Check in.
well, in this game, you're going to be saying, we're going to be saying the last word of each sentence. We're going to do a scene, and that will show that we have been fully listening because we'll have to use the last word of every sentence in our new sentence.
Sentence. So we're just going to be responding to each other, actively listening. That sounds pretty easy.
Easy. It's also going to be fun.
I see what you did there. I'm ready to get started. You ready to get started?
Started. We've already begun.
Begun. I didn't know we were here at the journey.
Journey. Let's make that the scene for the exercise that we're going to start now.
Now, in a forest beyond a river, is a man who whittles wood for his family.
Family Matters was one of the greatest shows of all time. I keep saying that before the apocalypse
Happened. It's still happening, Joseph. We've been in these woods, trying to escape society. You're whittling wood all the time. You're talking about 90s TV. When are we going to learn basic life skills?
Skills? Skills. They didn't let us learn skills when capitalism came through. We used to farm. We used to make our own clothes. And now we're trying to remember the difference between dirt and a salmon fish.
Fish. I could really go for some fish right now. Oh, my belly hurts. All we've been eating is dandelions, and those are a weed.
Weeds.
Plant.
Plant? Plant? Plants. Ah, the plant. The nuclear power plant. That's where I used to work. It was, I would go home every day, see my wife, Marge, and my son, Bart, and my daughter, Lisa. They made a show based on my life that they never paid me for.
Oh, you're talking about before. You're talking about The Simpsons. You're not talking about now. You're talking about a television show.
Show me a show that does not have its reality based on someone else's reality. Yes, of course I'm talking about The Simpsons. Bob Sampson, is talking about the show that's based on my life.
Life. Why don't you get one?
One of these.
Yeah.
Okay. And scene.
And scene. Well, that was fun.
Yeah. I feel like I learned a lot, and I feel like I was there in the wilderness.
I think we kind of built. We knew what was happening. There's a couple people out in the woods during apocalypse, and one couldn't move on, and one wanted to learn. What was that? That was easy.
Yeah, that was fun.
Well, so this is like something that I can just do in a normal conversation. Whenever I'm speaking to somebody, instead of just assuming what they're going to say next, or it's just thinking about what I'm going to say next, just actively listen.
Yeah, I mean, it really applies to life, and you'll find that as you get better with the exercises, you might not necessarily have to use the last word of their sentence, although that really helps demonstrate that you're actively listening. But you'll find that you can actually absorb their entire message.
And I would really appreciate that too. I just don't. When you're talking to somebody and they're not listening, it's a little frustrating. So this is if I do a little bit of work, then hopefully it'll rub off on everyone I know.
No doubt.
All right. Well, I have something caught my eye over here, so I'll meet you at the next exercise.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna take the elevator too.
Okay.
Oh man, that exercise was great. I went inside my computer just to warm up for a bit.
Yeah, I just stepped outside. It's like 28 outside. Just head out
Right,
there.
so what I'm hearing is the increase in the temperature outside is making you feel a little bit hotter than usual.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for hearing me. Appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. I'm what I'm hearing is that you appreciate that I'm actively listening to you.
What are you doing here?
Well, there's an exercise called So What I'm Hearing that I thought we could show our participants today.
Okay, yeah. Does it go just like that?
Well, yeah, pretty much what we were just doing. One person is just going to actively or tell a story that's true that happened to them, and the other person is going to listen. And every so often, when there's a moment for them to come in, they're going to say, "So what I'm hearing," and then they're also going to say a brief summary of what they just heard, as well as an emotion that they've heard. This is a great exercise to make sure everyone is being heard, and we're ensuring that we're uh, actively listening to the ideas that are being shared with one another.
So what I'm hearing is that a clear form of communication between friends can really bolster your self-esteem, make you feel really good.
Exactly.
Well, let's get started.
All right. Do you want to tell the story, or
Okay,
should I?
so
Okay.
I think I got a story.
Great.
Okay. Oh, all right. When I was a teenager, I thought I could do anything on my bicycle. I was a bike king. And one day I took on a hill and I was going down the hill so fast and everyone was watching me. And then I pressed the left handle brake, which, as you well know, is your front brakes. And I flipped over my handlebars and I landed on my back and I knocked the wind out of me. And I've honestly been kind of afraid of bikes ever since.
So what I'm hearing is that you had this really uh, traumatic experience with a bike ride that caused you a lot of injury, and you've had a bad association with bikes ever since.
I think you heard me correctly. Yeah. Yeah. I was also embarrassed. Well,
For that.
do you have a story? I'm feeling embarrassed again.
I do have a story. Yeah. Let me, I well, I recently became a father. I don't know if you heard about this.
This is the first time.
Oh well, I have a baby now, and it's crazy because when you have a baby, you really have a lot of anxieties about growing up and like your own ability to become a father. And I had always remembered that, like when I was in the emergency room or the delivery room, I was not as present. But then I had watched a video of myself recently, and in the video, you could see that I was actually very present and I was connecting with my new baby. But I guess, like, when we're in the moment, we don't realize that we have so much anxiety. So now I'm happy to know that I was present and I continue to try and be more present every day.
So what I'm hearing is during your partner's pregnancy, you felt I was right justifiably nervous, and you were in your head. That's and then when the moment came, uh, you were still very much thinking about what life was going to be like with a baby. But now that the baby's here, you realize that maybe you were half 1 foot in, half 1 foot out, but you were always there, and your partner and your baby know that.
Yeah. And I think it was also the video that really helped me see that
That's right.
life was just chaotic in emotional because it's a life-changing experience.
Hmm. Well, uh, with this exercise, I'm kind of wondering, this if I heard what you said, but I interpreted it differently. Now, Is there a difference between me going like I hear you and and just making the assumption like I know what you're saying, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you hear someone, that is your perception. But you don't want to impose your perception, especially if it can be biased or misinformed, onto the other person. When I say what you're saying is, I'm putting words into your mouth. But if I say what I'm hearing, I'm just saying what is going in my ears and what I'm perceiving. And this is what the flaw of communication. Sometimes we mean to say something that we're not saying, or we're hearing something that we're not hearing. This exercise, this check-in of, so what I'm hearing, allows us to constantly ensure that we're hearing what each other is truly saying.
I think I hear your baby.
There he is.
Well, that's great. I'll definitely try it. Try it more, with some friends, and just try to be actively listening. I'll use last word responses, and just be be straightforward with what my interpretation is of what they're saying, and leave out all the assumptions.
That's great. And I'm gonna go clean up some baby barf.
All right.
See you at the next exercise.
See you later.
And that baby barf is wiped up.
What is that smell?
I didn't wash my hands.
Okay. What's next?
Well, we're going to do an exercise that involves a lot of yes anding.
Oh, yes, and you're accepting what someone has said, and then on top of that, you're also making a contribution. What you understand from it.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
And in this exercise, we're going to try telling a story, and we're going to see the examples of how yes and helps expand an idea, and how other phrases might be blocking an idea. And blocking, of course, is when you are not accepting, you are halting, and you are not contributing to the growth of the idea.
Okay. I'd love to try.
Okay. Well, why don't we start by I'll start by telling you my plans for my birthday.
All right. Easy.
Okay. Oh well, my birthday is coming up, and I wanted to do a Toronto Raptors theme birthday where everyone will come in and wear their Raptors jerseys.
No, because not everyone has a Raptors jersey, and there's not even a season happening. So I don't know what the point of that is.
Oh, okay. Well, then maybe instead of people coming in and wearing a Raptors jersey, that's such a shame because I really like the Raptors. And they'll just come and they'll just wear regular just clothes without any sports mentioning.
No, because some people like sports and some people don't. So if you tell everyone that they can't, wear a sports memorabilia, I don't think you're gonna have a great party.
Okay, so I'll have a party where some people will wear some sports memorabilia, but none of it will be
No,
Raptors.
because you should probably just spend the day by yourself. It's a day for you to relax and just do your own thing.
Oh, okay. Well, I want it to be around loved ones, but I guess I'll spend the day by myself at the park, alone, on my birthday.
Doesn't sound very fun.
No, it doesn't sound fun at all. Hey, oh, that party does not sound fun at all. I mean, I initially wanted a Toronto Raptors party, and then in the end, I had no party where I sat alone reflecting about how I didn't have any friends.
That kind of seems like my fault. It just feels like maybe if I would have, been more accepting of what you were saying and, contributing it with your ideas, with my ideas, and probably could have come up with a really great party, but I was just in the mood to tell you no.
Yeah, I felt like my idea was shut down, and instead of expanding it, it just completely just was erased.
Okay, well, I'll try yes this time, and we'll just see what happens.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, Well, despite what everyone is saying, I wanted a Toronto Raptors themed birthday party where everyone will come with their Toronto Raptors championship apparel and maybe even all sorts of other apparel.
Yes, but maybe they should also come in Toronto Maple Leafs stuff as well because you don't want to leave anyone out.
Um, okay. They'll come in Toronto Maple Leaf stuff and their Raptors stuff, and they'll be at the park, and everyone will be a safe distance apart.
Yes, but the park is already so packed all the time. Maybe we should find more of a concrete jungle type of area.
Okay. Well, then I'll invite less people, but we'll do it in a big parking lot.
Yes, but everyone has to be in their own vehicle.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. And everyone will be in their own vehicle, and we can all stay inside a vehicle, but we'll also be able to see each other, and we'll be able to connect and smile, and we can maybe even honk our horns and make a nice little chorus of music.
Yes, but we'll probably end up getting fines.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't want anyone to get fined, so
This
we'll
party
just
doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound fun at all.
okay. Maybe we won't have the party, and I'll just have everyone write me a happy birthday email, so I could just hear from people.
Yes, but does that really get the emotional aspect of a birthday across? I don't know. Franco, I said yes to everything, but this party still sounds lame, super lame.
Yeah, it feels like the initial idea of a party has changed, and in the end, I didn't even have a party. I felt like even though you were saying yes, the but was negating your yes. You were accepting, but your but was rejecting the idea.
It's like a super polite no. You know,
Yeah,
the being a party that I didn't even want.
yeah,
Okay, well, I remember at the beginning you said yes and. Uh,
yes.
well, I didn't believe you before, but I'm gonna try it now, and this party better be good.
Okay, let's try one more time.
Okay.
Uh, well, I'm planning on having my birthday party, and I'm planning to have a Toronto Raptors theme where everyone wears their Raptors memorabilia and gear.
Yeah, and maybe we could even invite some of the Raptors, and they might show up.
Yeah, and maybe some of the Raptors can do a safe, socially distanced dunking on a basketball net that we can bring.
Yeah, and I remember you said that your baby loves to dunk, so the Raptors could probably teach your baby how to dunk.
Yeah, and my baby could show off his dunking skills, and we could have a big cake, and we could even dunk the cake afterwards.
Yeah, and maybe a GM will show up, and a GM will probably sign your baby to the 2028 season of the Raptors.
Yes, and we'll get season tickets, and everyone will be able to go to the games because the GM would have given us free tickets.
Yes, and we'll be friends for so many years because we'll have that amazing, terrific bonding experience.
Wow, that yes ending really expanded the idea and made it sound fun.
Yeah, we went from you hanging out in the park on your birthday by yourself, just thinking, to having season tickets to the Raptors, and
And my baby being the franchise player of a major sports organization?
that's a hell of a birthday.
Yes, and let's enjoy the next exercise.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Hey,
I just was sorting out Christmas lights in the basement.
I changed my socks.
Oh,
What's next?
sweet. Well, there's this new exercise game called the Incredibly Creative Embellishment.
Okay, I know what embellishment means. It's sometimes when I'm telling a story and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. It was just down the road and a car exploded, but the car stalled out, and I had
Oh,
a good story.
Yeah, so embellishment is like making things bigger and exaggerating what they are.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. So in this game, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with a description, and then we're gonna add adjectives in that description to expand and build on this idea.
Okay, like an adjective's like a descriptive word. Like I have a TV, but no, I have a ginormous TV.
Yeah, ginormous in that instance would be the adjective.
You know what? I came here to laugh and to learn how to lead. But you know what? I'm learning some grammar too, and I'm going to take that with me as well.
We
All right, so you want to get started?
Yeah, let's try it.
Cool.
Okay.
What's that behind you? You noticed that you had there's a picture frame on there. Is that a new picture frame?
This picture frame?
Yeah.
This new yellow picture frame is right there.
So that's a new. I would describe it as a new, yellow, medium-sized picture frame.
It's a new yellow, medium-sized, memorable picture frame.
It's a new, yellow, medium-sized, memorable, and well, this gets tough, huh? Oh, black trimmed picture frame.
It's a new yellow, medium-sized, metal, black, trimmed, uh, sentimental picture frame.
All right. Okay. Here we go. So that is a new, yellow, medium-sized, memorable, sentimental, black trimmed, and fashionable picture frame.
That's a new yellow, medium-sized, memorable, black trimmed, sentimental, fashionable picture frame. Oh, fashionable and warming picture frame.
Mm. Well, I think I don't know if I ever be so exaggerate like that, but we did forget metal.
Oh, and you know why I forgot, Vance? Because
What?
I was so worried and self-conscious, and I was trying to think think of a new word at the same time trying to remember the old words instead of truly being present and absorbing all the information. And perhaps if I was more present, I would have been able to remember the next word.
Well, do we have any tips or tricks? Well, we already went over that, right? I would just have to listen to you and repeat the last word of what you said, and hopefully it would all click in.
Like in that moment, my own fear of forgetting impeded my ability to contribute and remember.
Well, you want to try another one?
Sure, let's try something that isn't in the room right now.
Okay. That's in the room. The big sky.
The big blue sky.
The big open blue sky.
The big open blue cloudy sky.
The big open blue dynamic cloudy sky.
The big open blue dynamic cloudy beautiful sky.
The big open blue cloudy dynamic open effervescent blue sky.
The big open blue dynamic beautiful effervescent cloudy jubilant sky.
That sounds like a nice sky.
That's a beautiful sky.
That sounds like way better than just saying the sky.
Yeah. And I felt like we were both adding to something that we didn't see. Like I can actually imagine. At first, I just saw blue, but then I saw beauty and clouds and a real uh, character of a sky as opposed to just seeing something one dimensional. And that happens because we were both contributing, yes, anding, and sharing in this creation of the idea.
It just starting out something like that. I think, yeah, I built such a clear picture in my mind. I would have no problem starting off a story with some narration. Yeah, like I can see it in my head, and I just picture the sky opening up and the light beam shining through the clouds, and then we're just ready to tell a story. We have everything set. It's really nice.
Yeah, it's really beautiful, cloudy, jubilant,
Blue.
blue. It's very, all those things.
All those things. It's so wonderful. Well, thanks for that, Franco. You ready for the next lesson?
Let's do it.
All right. Woo.
Uh,
All right. Well, last we spoke, I was pretty ready to tell a story.
Oh, well, that reminds me of this next exercise. It's called 3 sentence story.
Okay, so we just trade off sentences.
Yeah, the funny thing, most stories have a beginning, a middle, and an end. And in this 3 sentence stories, we're going to trade off sentences. If you start, let's say you start, you'll start with the beginning. I'll go with the next sentence with the middle. And then you'll end with the last sentence with the end.
Okay, I might ask you to repeat that, but I think I got it.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Let's try it out. Let's
Beginning.
start.
All beginnings have a who, a what, and a where. I think I'm capable. I'm capable of that. Okay. So there once was a cow named Bessie, and she lived in a barn.
One day, Bessie's udders grew so large that they were the size of her.
The farmer came to Bessie's aid and milked Bessie's udders until she was all healthy and normal again.
Wow, what a great story. There was a clear beginning, middle, and an end. The first part had a who, what, where. The second, we heightened it with the expanding of the udders. And of course, we ended it off with the resolution of a farmer coming to help Betsy.
You know what? I would never be able to do it, but thank God that farmer was around. All right, next story.
Yeah, let's try another one. And it's this is part of the fun of doing this exercise is just constantly practicing storytelling because, of course, we don't want to edit while we write. Writing is rewriting, as they say.
Okay.
All right, maybe I should start off this time. Once there was a boy who got new sneakers.
This boy decided to join the track team where he could run every day. And he fell.
But he fell and he got up every single day. And what he learned was every time you fall, you have to get up. That was much more than a sentence, but let's try the next one.
Okay, all right, next one. All right, okay. There once was a tea kettle named Kate, and she lived in a Victorian house.
And that house, the lights were old, and one day all of them went out.
Somebody accidentally knocked over Kate, and she cracked on one side. But the owner loved the beauty of the crack and used it every day. That seemed a little complicated.
Yeah, let's try. Well, I mean, it seemed like we had the lights went out, and then we kind of introduced
Another
a new middle where the ending was happening. So maybe we should just keep it simple and just throw in one sentences and see where that takes us.
All right. Okay, I'll practice again. Okay. There once was a hedgehog, and his name was Simon.
And Simon realized that he was slower than the hedgehogs depicted in mainstream media.
So one day Simon decided to stop watching mainstream media and focus on himself internally.
Wow, that's a great story. That was simple. It taught us a lot about our power as consumers, and by rejecting mainstream media or a media that did not represent him, he was able to feel more empowered as opposed to being conditioned in a way where he was complicit in adding to the popularity of misrepresentative media and propaganda.
And I liked the hedgehogs.
Let's go to the next exercise.
Okay.
Ah! Oof. All right, let's get started with the next exercise. Oh, there you are, Vance.
Hey. I'm excited. Next exercise. We're playing my favorite game.
Word at a time? Is that your favorite game?
That's right.
Yeah, this is going to be a great illustration or example or just a culmination of all the skills we learned.
So what we're doing, we're just trying to tell a story, just one word at a time.
Exactly, and this will force us to build on each other's stories, just contributing smallly to create a bigger whole.
All right. Well, I trust you, and I'm ready to get going.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So here, okay. Like all good stories, once
There
was
a
bear
named
Reginald.
and
He
jumped
from
tree
to
tree
like
a
monkey.
one
Day
he
left
the
safety
of
the
forest
to
join
the
national
circus,
where
he
was
the
star
under
the
big
company
logo
in
a
world
where
bears
and
forest
love
mix
and
mingle
this
was
so
historic.
the bear the
Bear
left
the
circus
to
go
back
home
to
the
forest.
and
Learned
a
valuable
lesson
which
he
taught
his
friends
which
was
to
never
not
join
the
circus
unless
you
are
the
star.
wow.
Wow, that's not a bad. The bear, he jumped from tree to tree, joined the circus, and he taught all of his friends later on If you're gonna join the circus, you better be the star there. You better be the star.
And he was unique, and he was not one to be under a star banner. He had a unique skill, and that circus was exploiting him, and he learned, hey, I'm going to teach and contribute to my community as opposed to being exploited as a commodity.
That's right. It was a fantastic story about self-worth and understanding your own self-worth.
Yeah.
That's great. And that was just like one. That's why it's my favorite. We just took one word at a time, you and I, thrown back and forth, and we could put that on paper, and I'd read it over and over again.
And what I loved about it was it felt like at times we were taking turns steering the story. Sometimes I was choosing nouns, and sometimes you were choosing nouns, and we both had turns to like really flesh out the story.
Well, I think another one. I think I'd like to tell another one, and maybe I'll throw in some adjectives too.
Sweet.
Okay, cool. One simple one. One simple one.
Once
Upon time
there
was
a
couple
named
Janet
and
Kevin.
they
Left
their
homes
to
feed
pigeons
in
Paris.
once
Paris
was
closed
because
of
COVID.
their
Fantasies
of
feeding
pigeons
had
ended.
but
They
persevered
by
finding
a
new
home
amongst
their
effervescent
friends
who
lived
near
New Zealand,
which
had
so
little
pigeons
but
the
silver
lining
was
that
they
were
safe.
and
They
were
feeding
birds
the
and
wow.
that's nice. Yeah. You can't always get what you want.
But if you try sometimes, you'll field some pigeons in New Zealand.
Yeah, that was nice. That was nice. I like that these stories, they have morals at the end, you know?
Yeah, every story has a lesson.
Well, this was a really good time.
Yeah, this is a great time. I had fun doing these exercises with you, Vance.
I had a great time, Franco.
And I hope you had a great time, people watching.
Yeah, thanks for, I forgot you were here. Thank you for being here with us and having a great time. But I think right now, didn't we mention something at the beginning about a challenge?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, that's a great point.
Well, let's talk about that right away.
Ugh, that was fun.
Whew, I learned something. I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, learned a lot about learning, listening, sharing, accepting, embracing ideas.
And the blue sky.
Oh, the beautiful, blue, jubilant, cloudy sky.
Yeah, let's not show off.
I'm
It's time for challenge time.
Oh, yeah, let's do a challenge. So my challenge for everyone watching, record yourself doing your favorite exercise. Pick a favorite exercise, record it on a webcam or your phone or whatever device you can get your hands on, and upload it.
So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I live here with my family, and I just might record and upload us doing a little bit of yes and.
Oh, yeah. And it doesn't have to be complicated, just cute, short, 2 minutes, and have fun with it.
What we're going to ask you to do this week is do some reflecting on this workshop and what you took away from this workshop. So just 3 things. What's something about this workshop that you think rocked? Write that down. Maybe it was the incredible charm that me and Franco have that got us as far as we are now. Maybe it's something that maybe it's you were able to sit down and just have an hour to laugh. That rocks too. I love watching a good movie. Write down something that's going to stick with you this week. You don't have to write it down right away. Wait till that thought comes back. Maybe you'll have a laugh about something that you heard here today, or maybe something might remind you of something you heard here today. Then jot that down. That's something that's going to stick with you. It's already in your brain. It's something to leave with. That's something to think about right now. What is something you learned here? I think what we're trying to get across here was, we wanted to show you some leadership and communication skills, and those are something that doing comedy really helped me build a foundation around. And I don't sound like a super great communicator when I'm on the fly, like right now, but I'm really happy that I do have these skill sets. So if there's something that you want to leave here with, even just good laughs or good memories, that's perfect. Jot it down and send it into us.
Thank you so much for watching. Now make sure you click on the description to find out more and where you can earn badges. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. There's a new workshop every week, Tuesdays at 3 p.m.
We're so happy to do this, guys. Take care.
Oh, more barf!